DJs, the group that together with professional travelers and the Kardashians make up the category... What was their job again? So as you may have guessed already, I really don't like mainstream DJs. They are overpaid, lazy and uncreative, at least for the most part. But why do I think that? Well, there's no better choice to demonstrate this than David Guetta. He's arguably one of the most famous and successful DJs in the world and has made millions off of it. Lately there has been an interesting, if not to say revolutionary revelation about him, and we're going to talk about that in a second, but who is David Guetta in reality? David Guetta is a French DJ, producer, songwriter and remixer, although in regards to his home country you should actually pronounce his name Pierre David Guetta. He's most famous for a wide variety of songs, the latest being Another Life featuring Afrojack, Light My Body Up featuring Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj, and of course the infamous To You feat Justin Bieber. In short, it's pretty unlikely that you've never heard one of his songs, unless of course you're a Berlin hipster who only listens to techno. To answer the question I proposed in the beginning, why do I not like him? He just does not deserve it. He's neither a real musician, nor just a producer. He is given lots and lots of recognition for work other people are barely even noticed for. For example, have you ever been wondering why you always hear those apparently random people saying stuff in the beginning of hip-hop tracks like honorable C note or if you're not sure, don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Well, it's the only way for the producer to make clear that they in fact produced the track, because it's extremely rare for them to be mentioned in the title of the track. So why the is David Guetta so prominent in every music video and every title? And not just as a producer, but as an associate artist. You might want to oppose that there is a difference between David Guetta and producers like Metro Boomin, but both of them are usually just responsible for a beat. Well, at least the genre is different, right? There's a difference between the beats in hip-hop and the instrumental arrangements in EDM. Oh, wait a moment. He's crossed that line as well. In my opinion, the only sound way of handling this would be to either make it a habit to mention the name of the producer in the title of every track, or to not mention DJ Khaled, David Guetta, etc. as well. But of course the first alternative would be preferable, because it would pay the producer some due credit too. Well, you could argue that as a real artist, he has enough standalone songs that he would still receive attention for them. Well, surprise! He doesn't have those. Of course, he's made one or two, but the overwhelming majority of his music is just features, and every successful track. Anyways, just take a look at his discography. But it can still be actually even entertaining to see him trying to justify his mentioning. So first of all, what professional DJ in the world has ever used Numarks? Numarks! Just look at them, they look like toys. Even his headphones cost more. Trust me, I got the same. Now compare this to the current Pioneer CDJ model. The Numark, the CDJ. Numark produces some quality stuff now, but even for 2010 these are a joke. But hey, if you have never had anything to do with DJs or producing in general, you probably don't even really know what those are for. But don't worry, I'm going to explain. So on both sides you have the CD players with buttons, and in the middle, every pretentious DJ's best friend, the mixer, plus knobs you can turn all you want to make your audience believe that you're in fact doing something and not just putting your hands up in the air and screaming, yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you've paid attention, you're now probably asking yourselves, well, what the f*** does this have to do in a music video? The answer is, well, it doesn't. He's not mixing one song into another, and he's not adding any live effects, and that is everything you can do with this setup, because producing looks more like this. I'm going to reveal a hefty secret to you now. Are you ready? Come here. Hillary Clinton is a reptilian. Oh, and also, if you turn a knob, you have to hear a difference. Each one of these knobs does have a function. With this knowledge now, we can draw a rational conclusion. Every single move David Guetta makes in this music video is completely pointless. And, to be honest, really, really cringy too. You don't have to listen into your headphones. DJs only have to do that when they are queuing a new song they want to play. But this is not a 1 hour live set from Tomorrowland. This is a 3-minute music video with just one song. But at least his moves are still better than Rae Sremmurd's.
Fuck you, talking out later right now. Cash in the air, what goes up, gotta come down.
After all I've said, I still don't want you to get the wrong impression. I don't think that Memories is a bad song in general. In fact, when it came out I was like 14 and I did like it. But I think that Kid Cudi is responsible for that for the most part. And that is my biggest criticism. Without all the objectively good vocal performances on his tracks, we would just be left with soulless instrumentals. Big Room is soulless anyway, in my humble opinion, just because you can't convey any emotions with a kick that's that distorted. Yeah. But whatever. Moving away from his producing, his DJ sets gotta be fire, am I right? Well, wrong! See if you're a DJ in a genre like underground house, like, for example, me. Your actual DJ sets only make up a tiny amount of the total time you have to invest into this. The most part goes into the digging, the search for good music that you can play in your sets. You want to find them secret bangers that no one knows and that will take the crowd by surprise. If you just play the Beatport Top 100, you're one lazy fucker and will be immediately out of the game. However, that's not work our dear David has to do. He plays either his songs or those his fellow DJs sent him. Because believe me, that is how it works. You wouldn't believe how well connected all these guys are. And well, the technical part is extremely easy nowadays too. After all, there is a reason why one CDJ costs around $2,000. It basically does all the work for you. I guarantee that you, yes, you, could learn how to do that stuff in under 30 minutes. And to be honest, that's a pretty high estimate. And if you don't even want to do that, just don't plug in your CDJs and play a pre-recorded set instead. No one of these generic normies is going to notice, am I right? Well, you might want to say, at least he can use all his time to be creative in the studio, right? Wrong again. Like most artists who make music over a longer period of time, David Guetta has changed his style too. The before mentioned Memories differs massively from his latest To You. And that's not bad in general, I don't judge people for changing. But if you're someone as big as David Guetta, with such a good reputation, with such a huge fan base, if you're literally one of the biggest DJs in the world, I expect you not to just follow the latest big trend in mainstream music, I expect you to create new ones. But no, it's the early 2010s, mainstream house is trending. What's David Guetta producing? Mainstream house. It's the mid-2010s, Big Room aka EDM is trending. What's David Guetta producing? Big Room. It's the late 2010s, apparently Future Bass is trending. You get the idea. And if you're really, really lazy, you don't even have to do that. Let me present ghost producing. As the name suggests, it's basically ghost writing in the music genre. There have been rumors about basically every big DJ hiring a ghost producer, including Afrojack, Steve Aoki, and well, David Guetta is no exception. Now I'm not saying that that is the case, but it is not unlikely that some of his biggest hits may not even be his. And lately there has been a revelation that seems to substantiate this. The French band Justice was asked during an interview, Vitalik or David Guetta? They answered Vitalik, but were very quick to add that in fact David Guetta was releasing quality music under other names.
Vitalik. Mais le David Guetta, donc c'est un choix qu'il fait et c'est assez étrange, sort de très très bons morceaux sous des faux noms.
Can you believe that? That means that David Guetta has put out other music that's probably so different and maybe so much better than his official music that he didn't even want to use his name. First of all, that's a pussy move, man. He can't even be so honest that he just plays out his creative freedom. That's pretty sad. And second of all, I think this is a huge piece of evidence that he in fact didn't produce the music he puts out under his official name, so he can focus on making music he actually likes, and that he just functioned as a name giver. Of course, that is only possible because his music lacks uniqueness and is basically replaceable with those of other mainstream EDM producers just fine. And if that's not the definition of sellout, I don't know what is. So I don't want to come across as a stupid hater of mainstream music now. Fortunately, there are a lot of artists who make very good music, like Kendrick Lamar, The Weeknd, or Daft Punk. But I seriously cannot put David Guetta into the same category. In my opinion, David Guetta is not the grandfather of EDM, but rather the grandfather of imposing. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Please check out some of my other videos on the left and right and click the circle in the middle to subscribe now to this awesome channel. You will indeed be awestruck by my next video, especially if you click on the mysterious bell next to my name. Also be sure to follow me at Ritzy. See you next time.